gonna be honest. I hung out with Bishop Don Juan for like a whole weekend. He had me gassed, right? So what happened was they gave me a famous player card. You remember the famous player card? It was gold. They gave me 917 on there, and they asked me to come to the Players of the Year. Players Ball.
All right, so basically, I'm bored. My pipes froze earlier. It's negative something outside, so you know what I mean. I'm in the kitchen making some pizza. This ain't a cooking segment. Me and my wife, we're going to do a cooking segment, and when we finish the kitchen, because we're remodeling still. So if you look, you can see the green tape. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, when we're done, it's gonna be fly. And we'll do a cooking segment and all that, because you can't even see what we're doing in here right now, or what I'm doing. But since we're about to release this network, I wanted to kind of, start kind of, more or less giving more of me. I'm not the type to I'm not an open book. People, if you know me, then you know like how we converse back and forth, kick and tell crazy stories and all that. But if you don't, you might think that whatever I'm presented as, or whatever industry I'm in at the time. You might, like, I had my man in the A. He said, "Yeah, I got my what do you call me? My tech guru on the line." I said, "Tech guru?" I'm like, "No, I mean, we got headphones and I know what I'm doing, but like, you know what I mean?" But so to him, that's just how he saw it. Somebody else might see me as coach. Somebody else might see me as, whatever we was outside. Somebody else might see me as a fashion fly individual. Know what I'm saying? So whatever it is, all of these I got stories from all of these different times in different industries. So some of them are crazy, some of them are funny, some of them is just like, word, I didn't know that. So yeah, I want to give y'all all of that, all of that game, all of that info. So we're joining Mattel today, and I'm gonna try to shoot through them and be fast. I don't want to tell 20-minute stories. So the joining Mattel today is about the time I accidentally ended up in a player's ball. When I say a player's ball, I mean a player's ball. You dig? Like pimp hoe party. Like, you know what I mean? This ain't a party where there was pimps in it. That's not what I'm telling you. All right, so look, anything crazy in the story? All right, cool. So me and Joe, I can tell you, say Joe, me and Joey, we drove down to DC. We like, all right, we're gonna kick it. We're gonna find somewhere to go. Now, this is throwback era. This is, I'm probably 19 or 20, something like that. Like, I know I'm not 21 because we had fake IDs. So, but yeah, so we get down there and we got throwback jerseys on. We hype throwback era. We like, all right, hold on, let me grab this pizza. Grab it clean, blam. See that thing? Hold on. Can I hold it up? Or blam? Bam. All right. Woo. So we go to, I can't think of the club we went to, but they ain't let us in. And it was a flashback of the last time we went down there, and my man and Joey came down. He had on some sneakers. Them sneakers, $100. Like, he ain't even give him a chance. He ain't give him a chance. You know what I mean? So now we getting the flashback. Like, oh, we ain't gonna be able to get in again. Dude said, y'all ain't got the dress code. This is an upscale spot, but go across the street and try Juju spot. So we like, Juju? Who's Juju's? If you're from DC, or like if you just know at this point, you're laughing because you know Juju. We don't know Juju. We cross the street, we get in there, and we look at each other like, we in here. That's what we would do every time. Like, anytime we got in the club, because we're too young to be in there. So after you cross over the threshold, you look back like, yeah, like, it's on. So you hype. So we split up, walk around or whatever. And as I'm going up the steps, because it was like this dope ballroom spot, and it had like a balcony around. You can look down and see the floor, and you can see the stage over there. You know what I mean? Like almost like a VIP type of area, whatever. So I go upstairs, and I see this dude, and he got on. It's too hot. I'm trying to cut already. He got on a purple derby, purple blazer, white scarf, white joint underneath, purple pants, purple slacks, and some purple and white gaiters. And I just was like, oh, he's extra fresh. He's matching, overmatching. And that's all I thought, right? That's that. Me and Joe linked back up. We looking around like, man, it's cracking in here. So then he is like, is that the Dawn? And I'm like, first thing I thought when he said that, I'm thinking of Fat Joe, because at this time, Don Cartagena, Fat Joe is super pressure in the streets, regardless of what y'all say now online, or he's capping lying about the stories and all that. No, he was the Don, and he walked around and carried himself like that, right? So if you would be out or in a different city or whatever, you would see how Terror Squad move. But anyway, it wasn't Joe Crack. It was, he like, no, Don Magic won. I'm like, where? So he point. Remember, we 19. So things made an impression on us. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, look at this jacket. He had a 3/4 crop with cream and brown checkerboard joint, right? Pants too with the gaiters. And then we like, oh, look at his hose. Like we're tripping. We like, look at his hose. We're counting. We had 13 of them. And by the way, this, excuse the language, ladies, but they were hoes. Like they're with him. Like they were hoes. So sorry. So as he's walking through the club, they snaking. Wherever he goes, wherever he stepped, they stepped all the way through the spot. We're watching. I'm like, man, he got 13 with him. So, but I'm realizing that when you're at a player's ball, you bring your trophies, you bring your stuff. Like you show up a certain way, as fly as you could be, and you got all your pieces with you. So that's how they all was rolling in there, right? But we still don't know where we at. And we walking around, then I'm starting to see more people that's fly, like extra fly, scarf fly, fedora, mainly derbies though, you know what I mean? All of that. And everybody's like, what's up, man? How you doing, man? Like that, like they got like a different swag in there. And then it's that moment where like, thanks, son. Son got me that. Remind me of my dad. But like, that moment on what is that? On Usual Suspects when he dropped the mug and it hit me and I realized it all came over me and I realized where I was. So I'm like, where's Joe at? By the time me and Joe linked back up, we both was like, yo, you know where yeah. We was tripping because we both knew where we were. We both acknowledged with each other, like, man, we are in a pimp hoe party, bro. Like, we was tripping. So we up on the balcony now, and now we just observing, looking around, trying to get the feel of what's going on. True story. Nore is in there, right? Nore's red hot at the time. Nore tells this story on Drink Champs, as a matter of fact. Is the episode was too short. If you watch that, cuz I'm telling you, Nore tells this story. I was there. I saw what he was talking about.
And Bishop Darmon, what's my nigga? Juju, Pimp Juju.
Mm-hmm.
All of them was trying to knock me.
Niggas.
All of them was trying to knock me. They say, yo, Nore. And the white bitch kept staying by me. And I said, I don't know what I did. I don't know what I did.
You didn't get the memo.
I didn't get the memo to pimp correctly. And then I wanted to pass off, but she really didn't want to be passed.
And he ain't never been. He like, I ain't never been in nothing like that. Me either, cuz. I seen when he was with the chick. He told the white chick choose or whatever. He said, yeah, I had the white girl. I ain't know what to do after that though.
I walked in the players shit. It was a white bitch that was. I'm walking in. A white bitch say, "Hey, how you doing? Oh, you Nore?" I don't even know if she asked me to take a picture. She asked me something. And I said, bitch, you better play up. I said,
You was in the pimp.
I was in my pimp. I definitely didn't know. And she chose me. I said, bitch, you better choose before you lose. I don't know why I said that.
And they was standing by the door. And I seen that when I was going out. Like, I remember what he had on. I remember what all of them had on. Like, I'm 19. So when I'm walking away, this is like a 20-year story, though. So we didn't laugh and talk about this different times. Yeah, he had on something like that, right? So, look, at these events, this is the top of the top in pimping. And they have awards. It's an award ceremony. That's really what it is, right? So they got trophies off the floor this high, cuz, like, swear. And when they're coming up, when they're getting their awards, they're like emotional, cuz, like, this is not a joke. It's like, this is what they do. This is what they did with their life. So it really matters. You know what I mean? So when they tell the story about whatever happened with them or what's going on, when they do their acceptance speech, they say what they say, like, they're up there tearing up and everything. They're crying. They're crying, yo. I didn't know that. I thought that I don't know what I thought, but I didn't know I was gonna see pimps on stage crying. You know what they say? Pimps don't cry. No, man. He said, man, I've been pimping for 22 years, man. I can't even believe this, man. And dude had his women on stage with him too. You know what I mean? So when he come up to get the award, they up there too. You know what I mean? This is his time to walk up and show what he got.
You ever seen that nigga? He always got about 5 or 6 hoes. His bitches got to stare at the ground. They can't look up.
Now, what about him? Let's break him down.
It's kind of funny though, because his bitches they'll sit somewhere. Even when they sit down, the whole time they out, they can never look up. They have to look at the ground, and they be sitting there talking to each other. And then if you dare, like, you know, I'm a little crazy guy, nigga.
Right. So you go in there and try.
I just try to fuck with him and break him a little bit and be like, oh, how y'all doing?
Right.
They can't speak to no outside man, nothing.
You know what I mean? And when he got to the mic and they come up, he turned around, bag back, baby, bag back. Like, this is my time. This is my time to shine, baby. You know what I mean? And all of this right here, you know what I'm talking about? All that. So they getting their awards. Fillmore Slim's in the building. Now look, at this time, American Pimp came out. We watching this documentary, American Pimp, and all the different names, they're all in there.
And Bishop Don Juan, what's my nigga, Juju? Ready for Pimp. Pimp Juju said, it was Pimp Juju and Pimp and Ken.
They're all, everybody that we saw in American Pimp was in this party. Fillmore Slim from San Francisco. Like he was like 70 at the time. You know what I mean? This is 20 years ago. You know what I mean? I don't know, something like that. So like, he's like top pimp. Everybody know Magic Wand, you know what I mean? Don Magic Wand too. So these two, it's like if you, for music, if you were looking, he was like, is that Jay-Z right there? Then you look over there, you're like, is that Nas right there? Like, you don't see these people every day. Like, it's like that with them. So, and Fillmore Slim is on stage performing with Nore. Fillmore is what? Fillmore Street in San Francisco? Yeah, so Fillmore Slim, he's on stage. Nore's performing, having the time of his life. You could tell he don't know. You could tell that he's enjoying being around. He ain't never been around nothing like that, as he said.
Kept looking like, that's how I knew she was more experienced than me.
So niggas who pimp and niggas who have pimp game and are of it, we do this.
So it's a difference, pimping and having pimp game. I like the way you broke that out.
Because having pimp game means that I probably could apply it, but I'm doing other shit I don't know.
Right.
Pimping is stressful, man.
Pimping is stressful. Break that down for us, short.
Man, you telling a woman to do the stuff she's doing. There are fucking like repercussions to that shit, man.
So they got this thing called Bless the Box, right? So they put this box on stage and you gotta come up and put money in it. But you don't come up and drop money in it. You show what you're putting in, then put it in. $50. He's a good player. Drop that in there. $50. We got $50. Anybody with 100? Somebody come walking over with 100. We got $100. You's a righteous player. I can't believe I'm watching this at 19. I'm like, oh. And then every person that won, they came with their train of hoes behind them every time, yo. And every time they all went up to the mic, they always told them, whoa. Stand back. They didn't stand shoulder to shoulder with them ever. They always made sure that they was behind them when they walk, when they present themselves. You know what I mean? So there's like a code and the etiquette that we just didn't know about, or we saw in a documentary but didn't know that it was really one of them things.
Because that's the rule.
That sounds crazy.
That's him out. That's just like you wearing your jewelry. He's wearing he's showing you his pimping. He's like, I could have told them bitches to look straight ahead. I could have told them bitches to stand in a circle. But
I told them to look down.
Look down. Don't never look up. Don't talk to anybody except me or each other.
So as we moving around, they keep saying, we still see some of y'all that didn't come bless the box. I said, Joey, we are not blessing the box. Like, under no circumstances are we putting a dime in here. We paid to get in here, and that's that. Man, there was a line of people in there dropping 50s and 100s. It was Juju's birthday. So that's what it was. Juju's a pimp from DC, as I figured out shortly after that. And they raised some money for Juju that night, boy. I'm telling you, cuz like this was the craziest thing I've ever been to as a late teen, you know what I mean? So I went back to school like, y'all will never believe where I was at, bro. Like, and yeah, that's the time that me and Joey stumbled into a player's ball on accident and didn't know what we got ourselves into. We caught ourselves being fresh with the throwbacks on. We were supremely underdressed compared to everybody else in there. You know what I mean? But either way, we had a good time though. You know what I mean? So hey, more stories to come. I'm gonna name this something. I don't know what I'm gonna call it yet. So that's my story about the pimps and the hoes. Judge.
Like mentally, like it fucks people's heads up. So you gotta deal with that shit.
Do you have to make them feel like your girlfriend? Like
they gotta feel love. You gotta do all this shit.
Feel love.
You gotta do this shit, man. It's a lot of shit. Like if you wanna really,
They're actually your chick.
if you want to be a boss pimp, you have to be focused.
I've
That's
never
what
heard
you
this
do.
term. Did you say boss pimp?
Yeah, that means you're in control. You on a run for a while. You got.
And you could go to another state, but you're still a boss pimp.
You know what they call that? Long range pimping. You can
Hold
send her
up.
anywhere.
Hold up, let's make some noise. Hold up, let's make some noise for long range pimping.
We can rifle through some stuff. And then I think we'll go